everyone, this is Stranger Hans here, back with another video, and today I'll be covering the 6-foot-tall Nibbles the Clown animatronic, who is currently retailing for $300. So, wow, where to start with this guy? Well, the thing is, when I first heard his name, I didn't expect anything too amazing. Sure, I thought he was going to be a pretty cool prop, but I didn't think he would have anything unique to him. But wow, I was completely wrong, because it turns out that he's the first prop ever to be sold at Spirit with motion tracking, which is just so cool to think about, because this has never been on a prop before, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but from what I know, there's never been a retail grade prop that's utilized motion tracking, and the fact that we got a prop at Spirit Halloween with that feature alone is just insane to think about. And for $300, I mean, not gonna lie, it's kind of a steal. I mean, like, looking at this guy, first of all, he's just a really cool looking clown. Okay, he's your typical SVI clown, you know, he has that same kind of face that most do, but something about him is just so unique. I think it's the color scheme, but also the fact he has a jester hat on. I think that's so awesome. But also, I can't help but look at the lollipop. It's really cool how his lollipop kind of looks like the original Uncle Charlie's. Because one complaint I have about the new Uncle Charlie, the one that was released back in 2020, is that the lollipop isn't that well detailed. But, wow, this is the complete opposite. This looks great. And not only that, but also, I like the blood splotches that they added to him. They didn't need to add that, but I'm so glad they did. Because usually it seems like most props nowadays that are being sold at Spirit Halloween, they tend to not have a lot of blood on them. But it's nice to see one that actually has the stains. Because that was a huge gripe I had with stuff like Buzzsaw or the Butcher. But it's so good to see an in-store prop use blood. I think it looks really good on him. I will say that I kind of wish it was on the yellow parts too, but nah, it's still really cool. But also this face sculpt is like so gnarly, like the teeth and everything, just like how jagged they are, his huge crooked smile, and his eyes too. The thing is, I was expecting him to have hollowed out eyes that were just completely black, but I'm so glad they gave him human eyes, because I think that, along with the whole motion tracking thing, makes him a lot creepier. It gives off that whole uncanny valley effect that they get with stuff like, you know, Angeline from 2020, or Mommy's Favorite too, or even Betty Sharp to some extent. But I feel like this prop does it really well. But yeah, like, the fact you're actually getting a prop this advanced with the motion tracking thing is just so unique. And so surprising too, because I didn't think he would be this innovative. And I'm so excited to see what else they do with this gimmick, because I feel like it could pave way for a lot more stuff in the future. I mean, for all we know, we could get so many more props with the same exact feature, even licensed characters, who knows? I mean, the possibilities are pretty much endless. Anyways, let's read his description. With so many sights to see and humans to torture each night, Nibbles treats the carnival as his own personal buffet filled with scrumptious flesh. Just like the big top entertainment, he has a flair for drama and likes to play all sorts of wicked games. He stalks his victims through the cursed carnival grounds between acts. His demonic eyes lock on and follow them whenever they turn, so he never loses sight of a meal. Once Nibbles gets a good look at you, you're as good as eaten. It's a pretty short description, but again, it gets the job done. He's really cool and just a very creepy prop in general. I don't know, just something about the overall vibe I get from him. Like, he looks like the stalker type of clown, if that makes any sense. I doubt it does, but like, that's the vibe I get looking at this guy. You do not want this dude following you around the room. Like, look at this face. Come on. That does not look like a trustworthy face. But yeah, like, he's just really awesome. And I like the stance he's in too, because sure, it's the typical SVI life-size prop stance, but he's kind of crouching down. That's the whole creepiness factor too. And it's very fitting for the character, in my opinion. But yeah, let's play the video now.
Well, you've caught my eye. Don't worry, I'm just admiring your costume. Hey, you over there. Yeah, you. I'm giving out some candy. I thought this would be a great way to make some friends. So come a little closer and try to take some. What do you say? I'm harmless. Mostly.
And that was Nibbles the Clown's demo. And all I can say is, wow, he is really cool. I really like his phrases. First of all, his phrases are amazing, and the voice acting too. When I first saw the little snippet of him in the, I think it was the Carnival sneak peek video, where they dropped everything, I thought he was gonna sound like your typical generic SVI clown, but I like the voice that they gave to him. It's hard to explain why I like it so much, but it's so charming, yet also creepy at the same time. It almost gives off Freddy Krueger vibes, where he's like this very rotten, vile character. You know he's bad news, but like, at the same time there's some charm to his personality. I don't know, he seems like the type of person who would break the fourth wall in a horror movie. But no, like, the thing is, he's really cool. And for his animation, I feel like it wasn't showcased too well in the video, but he's one that I feel like when you're seeing him in person, you'll get to really see just how good that motion tracking is. Because the way the video was shot, they didn't really show it off too well. When you're seeing him in person, I feel like it's gonna be a lot creepier. And again, for $300, I would say he's worth it. He has a lot of phrases again, and the amount of animation he has is really good. So this guy in general, there's no complaints that I have at all. Just every part of the character was done super well. And the price is good, phrases are great, I love the audio, and just overall, he's really cool and creepy. I think when you have him out on Halloween night, he's gonna scare a lot of people. Not in the boo jump scare sort of way, but like, just due to him being very eerie. And he's not your typical spirit clown prop either. This one actually follows you around, so that's pretty surprising, at least for most people. I would hope, right? But no, he's really cool, and I cannot wait to see this guy in person. I feel like he's gonna be a really cool one. There's so much to like about him. He has a lot of personality, which I feel like not a lot of SVI clowns have. They always have like the same voice and stuff, and it's just, you know, a carbon copy of the next one. But no, for Nibbles, he really stands out. And sure, his looks might be kind of usual for SVI, but trust me, his animation and his phrases make up for that. And overall, he's a huge standout prop for this year. That's the thing, I have to say, there's a lot of good highlights just overall in this year's lineup. There's so many things you wouldn't think would be good, but once you see their videos and figure out what they do, it changes everything, because he's one of them, and I think he's fantastic. Will I get him? I probably will, but I don't know when exactly, since I'm also thinking about getting some of the licensed characters. But I'll get to him eventually. And, I mean, he'd be really cool to have in a haunt, too. Just the whole motion tracking thing is so unique, and I feel like it would really catch a lot of people's eyes.
You've caught my eye!
So, yeah, that's Nibbles the Clown. Again, he's a really cool prop, and definitely one of the best of this year. It was quite the long wait trying to get his video, but I'm so glad they finally released it on the website. Because, wow, it was definitely worth it. There's so much I like about this guy, and he's one I cannot wait to see in person. So when it comes to Nibbles the Clown, I would say he's definitely a huge recommendation for this year. So yeah, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys later.